It's unscripted video time, baby, because I'm too lazy to make a script. Just so you know, these are not exposed videos. I hate using that term, by the way. This is all about spreading awareness about the people who have done horrible things and to spread support to others who are victims. And we're going to talk about someone who is a victim of cyberbullying. Yes, this is cyberbullying, no question. And it's two adults cyberbullying someone. We're talking about three people. One is Isaiah, a former friend of mine who was proven to be a man-child. Gabe, a former mutual of mine that has not only proven himself to be a man-child as well, but to be a glazer of Isaiah. And additionally, we're talking about two other people who are victims. These two people are my friends, Kayla and Alzar. Kayla is a victim of almost being manipulated by Gabe to thinking that Isaiah is in the right. And Alzar is a victim of people making a whole Discord server, attacking, cyberbullying, and harassing him. And it's by an 18-year-old and somebody in his 20s.
What the fuck? That's like wrong in 8 different ways.
Okay, but in all seriousness, let's get on to the video and discuss what the fuck is wrong with these people. This conflict started when Alzar made a post saying that he was cutting ties with Isaiah, and for good reason. I have no memory of what happened. I don't think I was even there for those events. Basically, Isaiah, Gabe, and a bunch of people treated him poorly in December of 2024. Isaiah, Gabe, and another user named Dax would make poorly made exposed content out of him. And by that I mean they would manipulate their audiences into thinking that Alzar was some sort of Disney villain. And all of this was because he didn't watch any media in the Thomas fandom or in Thomas and Friends in general. Yeah, I wish I was making this shit up, but here we are. This also started because Gabe would throw temper tantrums about Alzar for no good reason. And I know that Alzar is not pulling shit out of his ass because I have seen this multiple times in Isaiah's streams. I remember one time in a public chat, I repeat, public chat, where Alzar tried talking to Isaiah about the stuff that he did to him, but Isaiah just didn't listen and ignored him. Yeah, nice going, you fuckwad. I'll send a link in the description if you want to read the whole community post, but this last message and picture just tells you everything. Then I made a post saying that I want to take a break from being Isaiah's friend. Just wanted to take a break from being a part of his fan base as a whole. I wasn't gonna go off break until Isaiah made an actual apology for the stuff that he did. Not apologizing to me in particular, but the people he brainwashed to thinking that Alzar was a bad person, and for how he treated Alzar. Pretty simple, right? That's what I thought. I thought that Isaiah, as an 18-year-old, would be responsible about this and apologize for the stuff he did. I also thought that Gabe and Dax would apologize because they've also done equally terrible shit. I never really talked to Dax that much, but I know for a fact that Gabe is in his 20s. This can all be resolved. Alzar does not have to forgive Isaiah, Gabe, or Dax. Whether Alzar stops talking to them completely or they do a restart of their friendships. I'm sure them apologizing should gain some sort of closure. And I'm afraid Kayla sent me screenshots of Gabe being a dick, and yeah, it just went downhill from there. I said in the past that Gabe is a glazer for Isaiah. He basically pulls his pork for Isaiah, and the following screenshots will tell you. In a now deleted post by Gabe, he states not to turn on Isaiah. And does he give a good reason? No, of course he doesn't. And then when Kayla tells Gabe that the stuff Isaiah is doing is wrong, Gabe goes, oh no, but he's crying and he's upset and that makes it all better. All of his actions are justified. Please believe me. Just because somebody's bawling their eyes out over shitty actions that they did doesn't mean that they're off the hook. You don't even try having Isaiah take accountability for his actions. You just defend him blindly. There's a difference between trying to help somebody who's done shitty stuff or glazing somebody everybody after doing shitty stuff. Afterwards, I decided I was no longer going to be friends with Isaiah, and I was no longer going to be mutuals with Gabe. I know this might come off as me being a dick, but just so Gabe knows, I was never his friend. I was just a mutual. And then an hour later, it just gets worse. I don't know how, but it got worse. Why does my phobia of E2 get worse and worse by the day? Okay, time to pause the jokes for a bit. I don't want this to become a KP situation. This morning, it was around 8 in the morning, maybe 7 in the morning, where I got a notification from Alzar. And what I'm about to tell you guys further proves about the fact that I was not over-exaggerating about the fact that Isaiah and Gabe are man children. These two grown men, I repeat, two grown men made a full Discord server dedicated to slandering Alzar. Two grown fucking men. This is outright just cyberbullying at this point. I've been in a situation like this before that I don't want to talk about, but this is just flat out cyberbullying. And I'm gonna show all the screenshots that Alzar sent me. We have shitty artwork that Isaiah and Gabe made about Alzar. This screenshot is basically a reference of a dead meme that nobody cares about anymore. And Isaiah, I just want to ask, what is this shitty ass image over here? Okay, so here's a quick rundown. We have a poorly made Thomas Reed color, a cunt that's from a shitty Disney XD cartoon, and although I love the show, there's no reason for Gumball to be here. He's just a cat, he's not gonna do shit. A humanized version of Twilight Sparkle, Sophia the fucking First for some reason. Why is she even here? She's not gonna do shit. And then there's Thomas. Nothing to say here. We have Alzar with Gordon's face. We have two characters from Gumball. And then there's Caillou for some reason, the South Park version of Mickey Mouse. And there's Diesel 10. Nothing makes any sort of sense. This is Isaiah being stupid just because he's bitter about something. And then, of course, Isaiah has the token good characters, and Alzar has the token bad characters along with Go Anime mascot. And then Isaiah's clown-looking ass says, "If it's a war Alzar wants, then it's a war he gets." Imagine trying to start an online war when you're 18 years old. Honestly pathetic.
This guy is fucking stupid!
Now it's time for Thomas fans once again saying that they're gonna commit suicide for attention. Isaiah claims that he can quote-unquote take criticism, even though he banned somebody for giving him criticism. Not to mention there's this one time he almost made one of my friends harm themselves. And then he drew a temper tantrum when people were criticizing him for it. Yes, Isaiah didn't do anything personal to me, but what he did to others was awful. The reason why people believe me is because I have screenshots where I share publicly about the stuff that you and Gabe have done. They also believe me because I'm not a man-child. When I am proven wrong, I take the L and apologize for it. I don't make a whole group dedicated to slandering and cyberbullying someone. And even if I was a legal adult, I still wouldn't do that. Then Gabe says that I was wrong, that he was trying to brainwash Kayla into thinking that Isaiah was in the right. He also claims that he was telling the truth about Alzar, even though in the replies he mentioned nothing about Alzar and didn't mention anything about Alzar in the community post. So there goes Gabe flat out lying. But you wanna know the real thing that raised my eyebrow to the fucking roof? The fact that he said he's going to decease himself over because people don't believe him. And I already know that this is bullshit. Why? Because I've seen way too many Thomas fans bait their audiences into thinking that they're gonna commit suicide. And guess what they announce an hour later? They're not dead. All in an attempt to make everybody turn on the quote-unquote bad users so the suicide baiter can get some attention. Gabe is in his 20s and he's still acting like this. There's another screenshot where Isaiah says, "Alzar is gonna fucking pay." And then Gabe goes, "If Alzar didn't start this hate base, none of this wouldn't happen." At this point, Gabe is being hypocritical because he's the one who started and contributed into a whole Discord server slandering Alzar, a whole hate base slandering Alzar. are. If you really don't like it when somebody makes a hate base out of you, why do it to somebody else? And compared to the people who have turned on you and Isaiah, and the fact that you made a whole Discord server slandering Alzar, I think the Discord server thing is worse. The desperation for attention is laughable. Isaiah and Gabe haven't made apologies for their awful behavior. Instead, they quiver in their boots, hoping they don't get shit on while making a whole Discord server slandering somebody. You may think that I'm too harsh on them, but let me put this into your head. These guys are fully grown legal adults. I am a middle schooler spreading awareness about them. If Gabe and Isaiah really want to get mad at me, then it's just wild. And there are multiple people in my comment section saying that they don't trust them anymore because they feel betrayed about their actions. Nice going, Gabe and Isaiah. You made your audience mostly filled up with minors. Realize that you guys are terrible people. You guys really know how to take care of your fan base, let alone take care of your anger issues. In conclusion, if you see Isaiah and Gabe continuing to harass, attack, and manipulate people, stop it. Spread awareness about what they're doing, because there can't be only one person. And I am so thankful for the people who are spreading up awareness. Thank you so much. If anything else comes up, I might make a pinned comment, sending a link to community posts where I send updates about it. If any more information comes up, then I might make a part 2, but that's a huge maybe. To the workshop crew, continue doing hard work. Keep being creative and always put in your best effort. Goodbye. Hey, this is me, Jack. This is a quick editor's note that I just got mentioned in a community post before I was about to edit this video. The post is somebody talking about their experience with Isaiah and a few other people. I'm gonna leave a link to the community post in the pinned comment of updates.